let's get right to this new video.
Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter
In the last 90 minutes, a major street racing bust in Carroll County. Hundreds of cars. One even plows into a crowd of people. Channel 2's George Estevez live in the studio now. And George, deputies say there were thousands of people there who showed up.
Right here in this unincorporated part of Carroll County. This is incredible. We could not believe this video when we all saw it in the newsroom about 90 minutes ago when it came in. This is the video from above, and you can see what's happening. See this car down here doing donuts. Other cars come in here, do donuts, then come back out. Look at it, it's all crashed up here. And look how close all the people are. This is just a small part of the event. It's right off Kennedy Drive. It happened this weekend, and one of those cars hit several people. How could they not? They're so close. Just watch.
What job has all these people off at the same time?
Yeah, I can't believe what you're seeing. Carroll County deputies just posted all of these videos. It shows the chaos at this event, including a man holding a gun outside his car window as he does the donuts. This all happened Saturday. Deputies say they knew an event was coming. They tried to add security and shut it down, but organizers found a spot in the Kennedy Estates neighborhood to do all of this. Law enforcement first found them when they spotted two cars racing down Highway 61 at 100 miles an hour. Those cars eventually crashed. Deputies say there were several locations where people were racing and doing burnouts too. Just incredible. At the end of all of this, they say about 1,000 people attended. They arrested just 7, and these are the 7 right here. We got their mugshots in the last hour, so we put it up for you to see. Deputies say the investigation is still ongoing at this point. They're going to work to prevent events like this from happening in their county again. Of course, we're going to go through more of this video and bring it to you over the next 3 hours. Wendy?
That is amazing video there, George. Thank you for that.
That is not news. At least to me, that's not news. I mean, people have been swinging since, hell, I don't know, the prehistoric time. I don't freaking know. But it's crazy because the generation now is definitely more common than it was back then. Like, I don't even remember seeing videos like I do now on, people just doing stupid and reckless things. I will give them the credit, though. I will say this. At least they weren't on a main highway takeover, whatever you want to call it, in the intersection. You know, people trying to get to work and they done got the whole intersection shut down. I can at least say that, you know what I'm saying? They were kind of like in a secluded area. But, neither here nor there. I'm not condoning that. But at the same time, I just don't feel like that's news. To me, it's not. Nothing important. I mean, it's just a bunch of people just doing stupid stuff. That's a daily thing. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I don't even know how I even feel or even think about the whole, what is that? They call it the swinging pit and all that kind of stuff. And if you really want me to be honest with you, I kind of feel like Dodge is the instigator. They are definitely an instigator. What other automaker slapped Swinger on the back of the ass of their cars? Nobody. Not Mustang, not Corvette, not, Chevrolet. Nobody. Dodge is the only automaker that slapped a Swinger sticker on the ass back of the car. And I feel like they instigate it. So when we talk about, people being or doing dumb stuff with their cars or whatever, Dodge is probably on the top of the list right now. Not only because those cars get stolen all the time, but also often because A, they run from the police, B, run from the police and crash, are out here doing street takeovers, thinking that just because they have a Mopar, they've got the fastest car. And I'm not bashing anybody. I'm not, trying to talk shit or anything like that. But in all honesty, the instigator is Dodge, the dealership itself. Because think about it. All the charges that they ever made, you know what I'm saying? Like, not even the old school, but getting into the newer generations, what have they given us? They've given us more horsepower. More horsepower. Same car, but more horsepower. And it's gotten to a lot of people's head. I mean, I'm a Mopar owner now. I mean, I've had 2 Mopars. I've had I started out with a V6. You know, I wasn't really a Mopar person. However, when they came out with the newer models, I fell in love with it. So I'm just like, you know what? All right, I'll go ahead and buy one. I had an all custom blacked out black top SXT, and I had it lowered and I had some things done to it or whatever. And it didn't look like a V6. And that car almost got stolen twice. And I haven't done a video on that. And I think I said in one of my videos that I would explain 2 times where that car almost got stolen. And if it would have got stolen, the people who would have stolen that car would have been really upset because it had a Pentastar engine in it. But, you know, not to make a long story short, that'll be in a different video. But I once was a Mopar owner. No, it wasn't a V8, but it was a V6. I was proud of my V6 or whatever. That's where I started at. And then I went from that, I upgraded to a 5.0 2016 Genesis fully loaded. That thing was nasty. That was probably one of my first V8s that I ever purchased. The MSRP, those cars were going for like 60, 62, 64,000. But I bought mine. I had like 20-something thousand miles on it, like 2 years ago, and I only paid like 30 grand or something like that for it or whatever. But that was my first V8. And then when that car got totaled, I actually came back to Mopar. I wasn't really planning to do that, but it just happened. However, me buying the SRT8 and not buying a regular, or not even a regular, I'll even say the SRT, it's a regular Charger to me, because that came before the these next generations. It's pretty much the same car. It's just got an uplift on the body. And I fell in love with that car, and I've been building on it ever since I bought it last June, July, maybe August of last year. So I haven't really had the car long. I haven't really been driving it long because when the engine went out, I didn't drive it. It went out in like late end of October, and then I didn't get the car back until I actually came back from vacation, which was like in January. So the car sat for a minute. But anyway, not to kind of get off topic here, but I feel like Dodge is the instigator when it comes to these Mopars acting reckless and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Now, I've never, gotten crazy in my Charger, but other than, not doing anything stupid, however, I've definitely done some things, but not to the extent of, what's going on in the news and all this kind of stuff. But me personally, I don't think that's news. That's been going on for so long. And it's crazy to me at how many videos that I've seen where people are getting smacked left and right. You got 200-300 pound people getting smacked and flying like a bag of chips. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I look back at some of that, it's funny, but at the same time, it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's dangerous for one, and two, just there's a lot of nonsense going on. And I don't know, man. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to think. But it's definitely crazy. You know what I'm saying? And like, watching that video and then basically looking at that video and seeing, what exactly happened. If you're street racing, hey, that's you. You do what you do. You know what I'm saying? Try to save that stuff for when you're on the track. I mean, that's why they got race tracks. That's why they've got drag strips and all that kind of stuff. If you're gonna do all that kind of stuff, I mean, late at night when you don't have all these pedestrians and cars everywhere. But for some reason, some people just get the thrill out of that, and it's definitely a lot of the younger generation. So I'm not too sure what's going on with that. And you've got the TikTok and YouTube as far as content, creation goes and all that kind of stuff. And that's not even the worst part. The worst part is they're filming this stuff and then posting it on their channel for likes, views, views and, you know, revenue. And it's hilarious because it's like you're snitching on yourself. Just like all these, you know, rappers in these rap songs that be talking about shooting and killing and shit. And next, you know, the words get held up against them in court and all this. It's hilarious. You're telling on yourself. You're telling your own story. And here come the sheriff's department. Knock, knock, knock. Who is it? Sheriff's department. We're here to serve a warrant. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be surprised at that. You know what I mean? Like, if y'all going to do some reckless stuff like that, don't film it. I mean, don't film it. I don't know. I mean, I've seen so many videos. And I think the craziest one I saw was actually in my state. I'm going to see if I can try to find that video. And we can definitely elaborate on that. Where there was a Charger, I think it was an RT that ran from GSP going past Kennesaw and the Cobb County area, going towards Alpharetta or something like that. And they were actually out, their hands were out the window with the phones recording, saying F GSP just to try to get views. And if I'm not mistaken, after seeing that video, man, that car got pitted so hard, they threw them in the next week. That shit was crazy. But again, it goes back to the stupidity of, you know, of people. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, I'm not here to judge or blame. I mean, hey, you want to have fun, you have fun. That's your life. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy. It's not even shocking anymore. As many videos that I've actually seen. So after seeing this, you know, I wanted to post it because in a way it was kind of funny to me. Also at the same time, like, I just don't understand. I guess I don't understand. A lot of people don't understand. I don't know. They do have legal pits where you can do stuff like that. You know, some people just got the itch to just do specific things. I don't know. But y'all let me know in the comments what you think. And we'll keep elaborating on some of these crazy videos. Saturday, I will be going to a pretty big car meet. I'm going to try to get as much content as I possibly can. So, I don't know, man. I'm kind of excited. I'm not really a big Mustang fan, but however, I've actually started liking some of the newer models that they put out, like the 2024s, the Shelbys, the Cobra, the Shelby Cobras, the what is that? The Mach 1s. I actually raced one the other day, and no, I don't have video of it, but I was telling one of my buddies I need to get me a 360 camera on the back of my SRT8, because my SRT8 isn't stock. It used to be. It's not stock. I've got a couple little things that I've done under the hood of that car, and we're still adding more. I got a couple things that came in the mail yesterday, and then I got one big item that came in the mail the day before, or a couple of days before that, that's actually going to add more horsepower to the SRT8. And I will talk about why I went with the SRT8 instead of, you know, the regular Hellcat, the regular SRT or whatever. And it's not that I couldn't get one. It's just I didn't simply want one, but I'll explain exactly why, budget-wise, and what basically makes sense. So, but yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about this video. Leave your comments below, and let's talk about it, man, because it's getting out of hand. It's getting crazy. People getting folded by cars, man. But that's going to be it for today's video. See you in the next one. See you when I see you. Peace.